welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you can tell by the title of this video, I did a thing and I am just here to tell you a little bit more about it. So if you are interested in hearing about how and why I decided to start my Loc journey, then stick around with me. Let's get right into the video. Okay, as you can tell, I am super excited and super hype about this video. I am super excited and super hype about life in general right now. This new journey that I'm on has got me feeling all types of good, and that's why I'm here to share it with you and tell you a little bit more about it. So, I'm a mama. I got 2 boys. We're planning on continuing to allow our family to grow. I've got a husband. I got a house to deal with. I got things I'm trying to accomplish as far as like business goes and content goes. And there's a lot going on in life. And honestly, there is just not a lot of time for maintenance when it comes to my hair. Now, if it was something that I enjoyed doing, and let's just be real, if it was something that I enjoyed doing, then of course I could make the time for it because it would end up feeling like me time. It would end up feeling like self-care. It would end up feeling like, just doing my thing. But when it comes down to my hair maintenance has honestly been more of a burden than it has been anything else. And I would say that it prevents me from being productive in many different ways because there's this like saying, right? It's like when you look your best, you feel your best. And because I don't have a lot of time, energy, nor the will to do my hair and, keep it together, I don't always feel my best. And I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm not getting up and I'm not going out every day. So I'm not, throwing on eyebrows and eyelashes and doing something with my hair and leaving the house every day. That just hasn't been a thing that I have been doing. So oftentimes I would be sitting home with my hair just looking all kinds of crazy. And it just doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel good about myself. And I just got to a point where there wasn't really much that I can do with my hair. My hair got so much length. It was very pretty. It was very long. It was very healthy. It was beautiful. I loved and still love my hair, but it was just something that it was like dead weight. It was something that I was holding on to that I had no use for. It was something that I couldn't do anything with. And back in the day, I used to love drastically changing my hair, right? Like I would let it grow and then I would just cut it real short. And then I would, bleach it, dye it, do a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't do like crazy colors. I wasn't like that adventurous and I never like big chopped and, went bald or anything like that. But for me and for my comfort level, I made decent enough and like bold enough changes to my hair. But getting locks honestly has been one of those things that I've been a little bit of touch and go with for years, probably since I was in high school. I've always considered like, one day I'm gonna lock my hair, but one day never had a definitive date on it until recently. Now, when I made my decision recently, I had probably came to the determination maybe a month and a half ago that by the end of this year, so by the end of 2020, I was gonna go ahead and start my locks. And I tend to be a little bit on the impulsive side. So there's very much this energy where it's like, if it's something that I want to do, I talk about like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then boom, I do it. And that's just because why put off till tomorrow what you can do today? Why continue to drag along the what ifs and the maybes and I'm gonnas when you can just put the action behind it and just do it? And I would honestly say that that's literally the time and space that we are existing in my household currently. There was definitely a lot of changes that happened back to back to back to back to back. And I'm just telling you about one of them, which is my new hair choice, decision, journey. Anyway, so I put a date on it. I didn't put a date, I put a time frame on it. I said by the end of the year, I was gonna start my journey. But like I said, as a woman on transition and somebody who has been changing and evolving and recreating myself in a whole bunch of different aspects, this just seemed like the most logical next step. Because what I didn't want to do was I didn't want to waste the length. I didn't want to waste all of the health that I have obtained with my hair journey as I was going on my natural journey. I didn't want to reverse any of that. I didn't want to get rid of any of that. But what I did want to do is change the trajectory of where my hair was going, because it was just dead weight. It was just there, and it was just there just because, and there was no reason for it, especially because I wasn't doing anything with it. Today is August 3rd, and the last time I did a wash and go was back in March, which is really ridiculous. But I don't do a lot of styles or a lot of wash and goes because I don't use a lot of products. And if you've been around for a while, you might have heard me say that we like to be as healthy as possible, which means that we're very mindful of the things that we put in and on and around our bodies. So one thing that I don't like to do is use a lot of products. And in order to do wash and goes, which was my favorite style, I would have to use a boatload of gel, which I just didn't like. I didn't like the gel in my hair. I didn't like the way that it felt. I didn't like the fact that if I try to like hug my kids or play with my kids or something like that, I would have to get my hair out of the way because I didn't want to get those products on them. But that's really just kind of how conscious and how aware we are of products. So to avoid that, I just didn't do it. And my last wash and go was back in March, and I did a few styles with my natural hair since then, but it was very few and far between, and it just got to the point where it's just pointless. It was really just pointless. And it was like, why would I decide not to start my loc journey until the end of the year when realistically I wasn't going to do what I said I was going to do in the between time, which was I was going to try out all of these styles and get them all out of my system so that when I lock my hair, I can be fully satisfied. But I was like, I don't have the desire to do my hair now. Why would I all of a sudden have the desire to do my hair? It wasn't there, and I didn't want to do it. So on July 30th, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it now. And by August 1st, I installed my starter locks and I started my loc journey. So to sum it up, the reason why I did it was because it was just time. It's the next step and in my journey, and I'm so excited to be on this journey, and I'm excited to share it with you. So how I started them. These are 2-strand twists, and I've got 87 locks installed, and I watched a lot of 2-strand twist lock videos. I binged on them, and it got me ready to start. So what I did was, because I had already recently washed my hair and detangled it and all that stuff, I had it in these like chunky braids. I decided I'm gonna take these braids out, I'm gonna comb this hair out, I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna color it, and then I'm gonna install my locks, and that's just gonna be it. So that's literally what I did. On the 30th, I made my decision. I went and got my stuff, which was just some clips, a box of dye, which did not take. And I mean, that's basically it. So I came home, and on the 30th, I combed out my braids. I cut my hair. I dyed the ends of my hair and braided it back up. The next day I had an appointment, so I couldn't do it that day. And then the day after that, boom, I started my locks. I started my locks, and I am just so happy. So I'm gonna take this hair tie out, and I'm gonna get a little bit closer, a little bit more personal, and I'm gonna show you what I got going on here. But as of right now, it's been 2 days. Today's August 3rd. Like I said, I installed on August 1st. And this is what we're looking like, and I'm so excited to go on the journey. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer and show you what we're working with. I cut my hair before I installed these locks because I wanted some kind of shape. Like, as long and as dead as my hair was, and it wasn't dead like health-wise, it was just like dead weight. Like, it was just, If I installed these with my hair at that length, they would be really just long and lanky, and they wouldn't have no type of body or no type of nothing to them. And I just didn't want that. I wanted shape. I wanted fullness. I wanted flavor. And I feel like that's what I got. So let me show you.
BG sounds got that fire, boy.
Okay, so we are up close and personal. I'm gonna go ahead and take this hair tie out and show you what I'm working with. Like I said, I cut my hair so that I can have a little bit of shape to it, and I think that that was a little bit successful.
Promise that I'd be better, I'm better. Promise that I'd be better, I'm better. Promise that I'd be better, I'm better. Bitch, I'm a grower, and I'ma show you. Lately, I'm calmer when I leave my blow. Master your energy, feel like you Yoda. I know some niggas that play in the soda. I tell them, be well, you don't need no control.
And then again, like I said, I've got 87 Locs installed, so.
Got to somebody, I ink them forever. Told her she cool, she can leave it, it's better. Get a new blessing, I open the letter. I'm feeling lighter, you thought that I left her. She leave me, remember, I love her forever. Yeah, will love me, bitch, I'm fire forever. She like how I feel, she know I'm a protector.
And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. And if you're interested, definitely stick around because there will be more videos coming to document the journey. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Better man, better man, better man, better man. Lately been beating the pressure, I'm flexing. I done took L's, I done